Dear finance professionals and students, welcome to podcast of FCA Deepak Rao, a practicing chartered accountant. Weekly digest for week 1 of May 2025. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is preparing new reforms to ease business compliance. She believes strong domestic consumption will help India overcome global challenges. The government is also addressing cybersecurity threats from advanced AI models. Sitharaman assures that reforms will continue to support industry growth and manufacturing. Sun Pharmaceutical Industries shares surged after announcing the $11.75 billion acquisition of US-based Organon & Co., a global leader in women's health. This strategic move aims to bolster Sun Pharma's innovative medicines business and establish it as a top-tier player in biosimilars and women's health globally. Axis Finance has secured Rs 750 crore from Kedara Capital through a preferential issuance. This investment follows a Rs 1,500 crore infusion from Axis Bank. The capital boost will strengthen Axis Finance's financial base and fuel its expansion. The company serves retail, MSME and wholesale loan sectors. Its business grew 22% to Rs 47,692 crore. The Unique Identification Authority of India, or UIDAI, has reiterated that Aadhaar cannot be treated as a standalone proof of date of birth. The clarification was issued through an official circular addressed to Aadhaar user agencies and eKYC user agencies, aiming to resolve ongoing confusion regarding the use of Aadhaar for verifying an individual's date of birth. IPO-bound CultFit is sharpening its expansion strategy around a franchisee-led rollout and a lower-priced gym format, Cult Neo, as it looks to deepen its presence beyond top metro markets. CultFit operates across about 50 cities, with over 80% of centers concentrated in the top 4 or 5 markets. The company sees headroom to expand to around 100 cities over the next 5 to 6 years, with growth increasingly targeting non-metro markets. Cult Neo will anchor that push. CultFit has appointed Axis Capital, Jefferies, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley and JM Financial as bankers for a proposed Rs 2,500 crore share sale. Temasek recently invested Rs 440 crore in a pre-IPO round. For financial year 25, operating revenue rose 31% to Rs 1,216 crore, while losses narrowed to about Rs 481 crore from Rs 888 crore in financial year 24. Goldman Sachs has raised oil price forecast due to severe inventory draws caused by the Strait of Hormuz closure. Analysts predict Brent crude will average $90 a barrel in Q4, citing massive Persian Gulf production losses. The ongoing conflict is significantly impacting global supply, leading to record drawdowns and threatening inflation. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing global warfare. Nations are significantly increasing AI spending for defense. This technology enables faster decision-making, large-scale data processing, and autonomous actions. AI is already being used in conflicts for intelligence gathering, target identification, and drone operations. The future of warfare will be increasingly uncrewed and software-defined, with AI playing a central role. Eli Lilly is set to acquire Ajax Therapeutics for a substantial sum. This move aims to develop a new oral treatment for myelofibrosis, a rare blood cancer. Clinical data is anticipated in 2026. Lilly plans to quickly move the treatment into larger trials. The company seeks to offer another vital medicine to patients and doctors specializing in blood cancers. India's banking sector needs urgent reforms. The Confederation of Indian Industries report highlights slow loan recovery and complex laws. Reforms aim to speed up legal processes and improve efficiency. Stricter timelines and stronger institutions are recommended. Simplifying laws under a unified code is also proposed. These changes will strengthen financial discipline and boost investor confidence. Actis is selling its Indian renewable energy firm Blue Pine Energy. The company has a capacity of 4 gigawatts. Standard Chartered Bank is advising on the sale. The price tag is $2 billion. This follows Actis's previous successful sales of renewable energy platforms in India. Deal activity in the sector remains steady as investors seek exits. Embassy REIT achieved exceptional results in financial year 2026. The company leased 6.4 million square feet and saw revenue climb 13%. New office developments were completed and a record 3.3 million square feet was delivered. Embassy REIT anticipates continued double-digit growth in distributions and net operating income for financial year 27. The company also raised significant capital, strengthening its financial position. Royal Enfield continues to command the 250 to 350cc motorcycle segment in the country, leaving little room for rivals even as the category surges in popularity. In financial year 26, sales in the segment jumped 26.4% to 1.1 million units, up from 866,492 units in the previous fiscal year. Of these, Royal Enfield accounted for a staggering 93%, selling 1.02 million motorcycles. Despite the entry of competitors like Bajaj Auto, Honda, Triumph, Kawasaki, Yamaha, TVS and BMW, Royal Enfield's market share dipped only marginally by 1 percentage point for financial year 25, while the newcomers collectively captured just 7% of sales. Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing global warfare. Nations are significantly increasing AI spending for defense. This technology enables faster decision-making, large-scale data processing, and autonomous actions. AI is already being used in conflicts for intelligence gathering, target identification, and drone operations. The future of warfare will be increasingly uncrewed and software-defined, with AI playing a central role. Eli Lilly is set to acquire Ajax Therapeutics for a substantial sum. This move aims to develop a new oral treatment for myelofibrosis, a rare blood cancer. Clinical data is anticipated in 2026. Lilly plans to quickly move the treatment into larger trials. The company seeks to offer another vital medicine to patients and doctors specializing in blood cancers. India's banking sector needs urgent reforms. The Confederation of Indian Industries report highlights slow loan recovery and complex laws. Reforms aim to speed up legal processes and improve efficiency. Stricter timelines and stronger institutions are recommended. Simplifying laws under a unified code is also proposed. These changes will strengthen financial discipline and boost investor confidence. Actis is selling its Indian renewable energy firm Blue Pine Energy. The company has a capacity of 4 gigawatts. Standard Chartered Bank is advising on the sale. The price tag is $2 billion. This follows Actis's previous successful sales of renewable energy platforms in India. Deal activity in the sector remains steady as investors seek exits. Embassy REIT achieved exceptional results in financial year 2026. The company leased 6.4 million square feet and saw revenue climb 13%. New office developments were completed and a record 3.3 million square feet was delivered. Embassy REIT anticipates continued double-digit growth in distributions and net operating income for financial year 27. The company also raised significant capital, strengthening its financial position. Amazon is aggressively expanding its quick commerce operations into Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities with significant investment and over 1,000 micro-fulfillment centers. This move aims to capture future growth beyond metros, intensifying competition and shifting the focus from speed to supply chain efficiency for market leadership. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated development projects exceeding Rs 4,000 crore in Sikkim during the state's 50th anniversary celebrations. These initiatives target infrastructure, healthcare, education and tourism, aiming for holistic growth. The visit underscores the government's dedication to Sikkim's rapid and sustainable development, marking a significant moment in its Golden Jubilee year. Another share buyback party is brewing on Dalal Street, and this time it is Bajaj Auto getting ready to return surplus cash to shareholders. Bajaj Auto has announced that its board will consider a share buyback proposal on May 6, 2026, signaling plans to return surplus cash to shareholders. The move, if approved, will follow regulations under the Companies Act 2013 and SEBI's buyback rules. The rupee has reached a new record low. This is due to ongoing high energy prices and actions by the US Federal Reserve. The currency has fallen significantly this year. This trend impacts foreign investment returns and increases import costs. India's external sector faces challenges from trade issues and capital flow weakness. Renault is reorganizing its Indian business. The company is separating powertrain manufacturing into a dedicated unit. Vehicle manufacturing and sales will be integrated. This move aims to boost India's role as an export base. Renault targets 2 billion euros in annual exports by 2030. Operations and stakeholder relationships will remain unaffected during this transition. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady for the third time, citing global risks like rising energy prices and supply disruptions. Policymakers are balancing inflation concerns with the potential impact of aggressive hikes on economic growth. This pause offers near-term stability for Indian markets, though elevated crude oil prices remain a significant worry. Global consumer firms are seeing strong demand in India. Companies like Mondelez, Coca-Cola, Pernod Ricard and Carlsberg reported double-digit growth in the March quarter. This follows a period of volatility. Recent GST changes are now helping consumption. India remains a key growth market for these international brands. Microsoft anticipates robust sales for its Azure cloud services. The tech giant is planning substantial capital expenditure for 2026. This comes as the race for AI dominance intensifies. Investors are watching closely for growth. Microsoft is also seeing a steady increase in users for its Copilot AI assistant. The company is investing heavily in AI infrastructure. Adani Group is streamlining its operations with a new three-layer structure. This move aims to accelerate decision-making and improve execution as India's infrastructure sector grows. The conglomerate is also expanding worker facilities and plans significant investments. Adani Enterprises is raising funds through a share sale. The group is addressing operational challenges and legal matters. Toyota Motor is embarking on an ambitious project in Maharashtra, India, with plans to construct 3 new assembly plants. This strategic expansion aims to triple the company's output, allowing them to produce a staggering 1 million vehicles annually by the 2030s, backed by an estimated investment of 300 billion yen. Indian pharmacy retail quick commerce. India's medicine delivery is seeing a change. Quick commerce apps are making it easier to buy medicines regularly. While total sales are not growing much, people are buying more wellness products. Acute care medicines are seeing fewer sales. This shift is happening as more people shop online for health items. The market is changing, not booming yet. Reserve Bank of India's proposed shift to an expected credit loss framework could lead to a one-time net impact of up to 120 basis points on banks' common equity tier 1 ratios, though the overall credit profiles of lenders are expected to remain stable, says CRISIL Ratings. Early-stage venture capital firm Xfinity Venture Partners on Thursday said it has partially exited its investment in cybersecurity platform Cloud SEK. The firm said the partial exit saw a 13x multiple on invested capital or MOIC and an internal rate of return or IRR exceeding 40%. MOIC measures how many times an investment has grown relative to its original cost, while IRR gives the expected annual percentage return of an investment. Cloud SEK is one of the clearest examples of what Indian deep tech can achieve on the global stage. Neo Alternative Asset Managers on Wednesday announced the first close of its second infrastructure income fund. raising rupees 1,500 crore against a total target corpus of rupees 5,000 crore. The fund, Neo Infra Income Opportunities Fund 2, will invest in operational, revenue-generating infrastructure assets backed by long-term contracted cash flows, primarily from government counterparties. The strategy will focus on sectors such as roads and renewable energy, aiming to provide stable and predictable income with long-duration visibility, positioning it as an alternative to traditional fixed-income products. India's new economy began the new fiscal with a powerful surge. GST collections reached a record high in April. Passenger car sales also saw a substantial increase. Digital transactions through UPI experienced significant growth. These positive indicators suggest the economy is resilient with no immediate impact from the West Asia war. Mahindra & Mahindra has become the top electric car seller by revenue, surpassing Tata Motors. This shift occurred last fiscal year due to new electric SUV launches. Tata Motors still leads in the number of electric cars sold. Overall electric car registrations saw a significant jump. New electric vehicle models are expected to drive further growth. Reliance Retail has acquired Priyanka Chopra Jonas' global haircare brand Anomaly. In an exchange filing, Reliance Industries said that the deal included the acquisition of brand assets, trademarks and digital properties. Reliance Industries said the acquisition marks a significant expansion of Reliance Retail's fast-growing beauty portfolio, which aims to build and scale high-growth consumer brands in India and globally. Hong Kong-based global apparel major Epic Group inaugurated its tri-metro manufacturing campus at Kalibati Industrial Estate in Khordha district, Odisha. The $100 million investment facility, located 46 km away from Bhubaneswar, is built as India's first fully net zero carbon and net zero water garment production unit, setting a benchmark for sustainable industrial development. It was partially funded by the International Finance Corporation through a $100 million debt financing package. The National Financial Reporting Authority, or NFRA, has come out with stringent norms that's going to force top firms to fix gaps in their audit practice within a specified period. According to the new norms issued by the NFRA, audit firms are mandated to submit a plan within 90 days to fix lapses as flagged by the regulator in its annual inspection reports on these firms. This is a major shift in NFRA's stance, which until recently was asking the firms to take corrective steps basis its inspection reports, but never called for a remediation plan. Several public sector banks, including Bank of India, Indian Bank and Indian Overseas Bank, are preparing to raise capital through equity issuances and bond sales to bolster common equity tier 1 buffers ahead of the introduction of the expected credit loss framework for loan loss provisioning, scheduled to take effect in April 2027. The fundraising exercises are also expected to support efforts to dilute government ownership, which remains above 90% for some of these lenders. This podcast is sponsored by Sound of CA. We share because we